looking for a break in the hill to our left, to the west, and we can now see up through there that the skyline is lowering, and just around here, off you go, Morris. Morris, would
in here. Come with me. So it's been dug out just back there where the main line goes through, but in this area we've obviously got what's going to be a rail bed, which is the spur off the main line that comes in. Substantial cutting to that side, and as you walk through this way, into the magic cavern almost. Have a look at this. No, so this is actually the finger off the main line. They're the siding off the main line. At some place here, there's going to be ore delivery or ore bins, the remains of ore bins up high to put them into the main line trucks that would be in on this little finger. So we'll go that way a bit and see what we can find.
Yep, right.
What do you find in the bed?
Man. Wow.
Find sleepers in the bed.
Oh, look at that. What a ripper.
Guessing this is still part of the main line, if that's the case. So I just can't quite see any marks where the rails have been. It's comparatively modern. So the rest of it should be over here somewhere. There's the rest of it. And it runs out where? Running up there?
Look, this is 100 years old. At least 100 years old.
There's something of that, isn't it? Right, there's the end of the sleeper there. With a bit of it, I think, just there somewhere. A little rotten piece. That's about where one of the rails were. That one. Wow. So this would be 3'6" gauge.
Now, I've just found on the left hand side of the Chester tram, we've found a flat area. I saw a sheet of metal there behind you there, Morris.
You should recognise that. You recognise that?
Well,
that's the end out of an ore truck. The door that flaps open. That's what that is.
Whoa. This is too much. Oh, look at that.
There's not much of it left as an ore truck anymore, the poor little thing.
Can you just hold it up again?
Yeah, it's very, very close to falling apart, so I can't do much without it disintegrating. But those two hinge points are the top at one end. That door is going to swing out to me, I think, probably, one way or the other, I'm not sure. No, maybe out the other way. Yes, that's the end of an ore truck. So that would have transported the stuff from the Chester mine down to here to go into the bins there. Well, I'd sort of assumed that it was going to be on the other side of where the siding came in, but no, it's on this side. And we've got a very nice bed here, where the tramway obviously was. It's quite clear, which continues back behind where you're looking there at the moment. So running out that way, if you just go around, that would be where you'd go out, and I presume that like you'd turn the horses, or you'd park the extra trucks out there or something like that. So it's almost at this point here where the ore bins must have been, almost where we're standing.
Wow,
I'll move on. Let's see what I can find.
Okay, we just found some bricks. Oh, Burnie, no, BC.
I don't know, is the Burnie Brickworks that old? That's going to be an O, so it should be B, T and B Co or something like that, I think.
Yep.
Let's find another one. Thailand Brick Company.
Yep.
Oh, there's
it's actually a timber and brick company, but yes.
Yeah, so that's about it. Those two bits obviously don't go together, but that's the picture that we're making.
Beautiful.
So they're bricks from Burnie that have found their way down here.
It's found a big piece of wire rope. What do you got there?
So these fine looking things, they'd be fish plates off the railway line, I'd imagine, the small gauge horse-drawn line. So it was a steel line in better times. Yeah. So they bolt on the outside and the wheel runs through. So that goes on the outside of one, that goes on the outside of the other. A bit further apart than that perhaps. And there's quite a selection of them here. Got 1, 2, there's 8 or 10 there probably buried, I reckon. What about that?
Just turn around, right over, what do you got there? Oh, look at that.
So a substantial, well, I suppose it's a pot.
Huh.
It's a beautifully made one by the look of him, isn't he?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's a couple more bits just on the ground just there as well, which I imagine are part of the same.
So do I.
The same thing. That's a substantial pottery item. It's comparatively modern in that it's what do they call it? Salt glaze or something or other. I'm not quite sure. I'm no pottery expert. I'll bring them up out anyway. People can find them at their leisure and have a look at them.
I've just come across a couple more bottles. That's a bit broken there. Hard. Another piece of cup. Yeah, still pushing way up the old line. It's a bit wet just here. It continues on up through there. A lot of trouble staying upright. But here's the cutting on the old Chester tramway. Doesn't this remind you of the Tinstone Creek cutting? Head off into the cutting there, mate.
It is a bit like that. So I've got my
100
grand entry here, these two sticks.
Oh, wonderful.
Shows me the way apart from the cutting.
Righto. This is quite important. Look at that.
It's quite soggy. Oh, there's been people through here, I think, not that long back.
Yeah, about 10 minutes ago.
You?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's narrowed in quite a bit, doesn't it?
Don't you like that?
Oh, I love that.
We're up above the old tramway. Look at all that timber there.
Yeah, it's lovely and straight.
Yeah, it's all laying in a...
Yeah.
You reckon that's natural?
Up here there's probably more that all lays the same way, whether it's natural or not.
Well, it makes me think it might have had some sort of a crude roof over it or something. The tramway's just down below. That looks like some sort of a covering over it. Well, after following up, we thought was the tramway up towards Mount Kershaw, we've come to an amazing discovery that it appears to stop there. We're wondering now whether across the other side may have been the tramway track. Yeah, anyway, we stayed around. I've climbed out of the northern side of that, what I thought was a cutting. We've gone round the end of it, and Morris has found what we now think is the track. Yep. Well, it's heading in the same direction as where we started.
Is this Australia?
I was getting worried about you.
So much fun I couldn't stop.
What did you find?
Found a railway. That's what I found. That's what this is. What did I find?
I was getting worried about you.
Yeah, no, it was easy going. I walked right away. Let me see. So I've just walked 350 metres roundabout from where I got to.
Wow.
We'll pause that there.
Good. Good.
Yeah, so gently curves around. There's a bench on the hill with the height on that side. Comes to a creek and does a jump over the creek, and then continues level out, sort of that way somewhere, and in among the growth on the track you can see where the sleepers have been.
Right.
No sleepers, but there's vegetation, no vegetation, vegetation, no vegetation, sleepers.
Fancy that.
Across the creek just back there a little bit, at the last little bit of video I posted. Track continues on like that. Close observation shows sleeper remains in the vegetation. So clearly been a tramway based on that. No sign of a sleeper anymore, but there's certainly signs of sleepers in the vegetation. Track looks to continue on there for some time. It's starting to get a bit ferny there. Might meet up with the Kershaw hut track maybe. I'll park it at that point anyway, so I'll turn here and go back to Winston.
Lunch in the bush.
Absolutely.
Always important. We're just returning to the main railway line, and we're following the old Chester tramway. It's a bit scrubby in places. What do you reckon, Morris?
I reckon that's a wire rope. You remember I found a wire rope?
Yes.
Steel work there.
Oh. Yeah.
Growing into the tree roots are getting into it a bit. But,
Wow. You got to like the cutting grass.
So this is a screen.
Yeah.
It's the range of a screen.
Yep.
Which means that they've had stuff out of that, presumably out of that cutting, and rotated the screen somehow, and the good stuff fell out, or the small stuff.
Just arriving back at the railway line.
Another foot first. Going to put my best foot forward, I'm not sure which one it is.
You're still coping all right?
I'm still going. Fancy finding a train line here. And we came out right on the railway. Oh.
We saw that thing earlier today. Just back on the stone wall. Wow. Well,
That was lovely.
it's been a good day, mate.
It has, yeah.
Well, you're just waiting for the train now, are you?
Yes, I'm going to catch the train up to Chester. It was a bit far to walk, so I thought blow it all away. I'll take the train, if you know what I mean.
Keep listening, you might hear it.
Yeah, I thought I heard it coming, but I think it might have been a different train.
We saw that thing earlier in the day, and then just off to one side, down through there, is the 3'6" gauge back to the main line. So there we are, that's one angle, and this is the tramway. Okay, we've just come around the loop near the main railway line, and now we're swinging west on the old tramway. Good one.
Let me get the door for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm above the channel now, near the end of the spur line. Right, well, we've just come up the old tramway to the west, further beyond where we stopped for lunch, and the track continues, but the interesting thing is the country's now falling away to the left. Now, I've never seen that, but that tells you that we're breaking out from between the two hills, and the track is clearly formed in that direction. You want to head off up there? Just look. Yeah. Chester tramway. Just approaching a little creek. I can hear it. It's up here somewhere. So there's your little creek, Morris.
That's my little creek, yes. I suspect it may come out of the Chester Dam, but I don't really know. When I was here 3 weeks ago, there was no water, none of this running water sound, no nothing. It was just dry, completely dry. But of course there's been 2 inches of rain since then, so there's the difference. Patches of vegetation, little gaps, patch of vegetation, just like there used to be a railway line here once upon a time, but the sleepers are gone.
A few minutes ago we found another track veering to the left and dropping below the tramway. We continued up the tramway and we've just come to a site with some bricks. Lots of bricks. Lots of bricks. Finding lots of things. It sounds like Morris has found the what we call charcoal burner state. Well, a day is all worthwhile. We found what we believe may have been a charcoal burner. I can't say any more than that, but wow, look at this. Wow. Oh, jeez. Oh, beauty. Made out of bricks. There's some steel work around the sides. And there's another one. Well, Paul said right beside the track. And what do you have to say, Morris?
Yes, it is clearly right beside the track. You can't ignore it. So we have a burner, I presume a charcoal burner where you are, and another one here that seems to be pretty much identical. There's a big drop just in front of me here that goes down about 4 or 5 metres, probably more to the lower track. And down there's obviously the place where the charcoal can fall out the bottom of these burners into a dray or something underneath, I suppose.
Just found it.
No, just turn this up now. It might be a brick, but it's a very big brick. It's got no frog in it or anything.
Wouldn't be a fire brick.
It's got a. It might have a mark on it. But I'm not totally convinced at the moment. But it's about a double brick roughly. Not sure.
Yeah, just got an idea this is a fire brick because look at that. It's been molten. And one of our old favourites. Okay, Morris. Lunch in the bush.
Lunch in the bush.
That's the way.
We're really roughing it today, I must say. It's rather difficult here at Cafe Winston. I feel a little underdone that I came with me bought sandwiches, and the only thing missing is the eggs.
I didn't bring
the bacon and eggs.
I got the bacon, no eggs. Sorry.
No, the chooks are impressed anyway.
Bacon's nearly ready.
So, Cafe Winston is just closing now that the lunch break's been on and we're finished.
Lunch at the charcoal burners, we think. Look at this.
Yeah, it's a beautiful job.
This is it.
Beautiful job. Well done.
Nice fruitcake, thank you. The old explorer is returning.
Did you miss me?
He's coming back. What do you have to report?
Not a great deal.
Oh.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of dead falls.
Oh.
Found a rock. Who knows what that is?
Didn't get to the other track?
No, I got probably, the map said within about 50 metres, but as the hill slopes down at that end, the wind's been over the top and it keeps knocking trees down, and there's a lot of dead fall across the track. So
Good on you.
I thought I'll be clever. I'll go up right angles to the track up on the top of the hill,
Yeah.
which wasn't very far, 30 or 40 metres or something. And I went along that a bit, but
Oh, boy.
it was no better really. So
Okay, never mind.
ran out of time, I thought I should give up.
You've had a good go. Good on you, mate, for going. All right. All right, you need a rest. Sit down and have a drink or something. And track opens up again, and nice easy walk here. It's the fallen trees are the difficulty. This one's not too bad. Okay, still heading back towards the car. We've come across what looks like a dry creek bed, and below, can you stand on that, or a piece of railway line?
Indicate that it's here,
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Doesn't bend.
No.
Beautiful piece of railway line.
Yeah, big piece of heavy railway line. Maybe to sort of strengthen the track or something.
I'd say so. I'd say that the rail line, the tramway was through there, just to my left.
Yes.
Which you're standing on.
Wow.
And this little creek, I presume that this little creek runs sometime and it washes the track out.
Yep.
So they did that. So
Oh,
I
wonderful.
would imagine that's the case.
We're returning to the main railway line. We've just come down there and we're near the spur line, but just down below that we realise
There should be dots.
that there's a rock formation holding the track up. Oh, and Morris has just found something. What do you have? Oh, God.
That would be an indicator that somewhere here the ore bins would be here. So this is unloading from the tramway
Yes.
into a bin, and this is part of the bin, and then down over the edge, because there's a big drop out there, down into trucks that are immediately below, quite a long way down.
Yeah. It's going to go. I don't want to go over the edge. There's a drop there. So that's the trucks were down in. There's water there now, but that's where the trucks were on the main line, 3-foot 6 gauge line. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. And so the hoppers must have been around here somewhere.
Well,
and that thing.
the hopper would be between that level that have come out of that level.
Yeah.
And it's only got to go over the edge circuit. It could be a big flat thing.
Yeah.
Or a number of them, because they used to stockpile hundreds of tons.
So, and you just, oh, look at that. Wow.
Yeah, so it's a square-headed bolt there. Probably a square nut with what's left of it, I think. A good lump of a bolt.
Yeah.
That's welded, I suppose, by the look of it.
The old blacksmith.
Well, probably so. And then you've got that'll be a nut, obviously, so it's certainly holding stuff together somehow. And being here, that's the clue for, I reckon, for the hoppers being just in this area somewhere. It was pretty well buried. It's only because I saw an end poking out that I've got it.
You reckon?
So we're on the previously identified platform high above the 3-foot 6 gauge line, the main line. And this is the area where the loading bins would have been somehow. Not quite sure exactly what's been here, but we've got remnants of timber posts. So there's a hole there, about 2 feet deep. Another one here, about a yard closer to the camera. Probably one under there, but who knows where. There's another one there. Don't tread in that one because it looks deep.
No, I just trod in that one.
There's one there. There's one there. And I think that's where they run out. I don't know. They'd be major timbers, probably 4x4s or something like that on end. Who knows what they're supporting, but whatever the case, we're pretty much on tramway level here, and way down over the edge there is where we could be loading the trucks with a bin that's built on the slope or something maybe. Certainly substantial timber, so there's been a reasonably solid structure here. Might even be that the majority of the structure is actually out that way towards the cutting.
You want to do that again? Almost back to the main railway line. I think I can hear Boko Creek. You still got a smile for me?
Yeah, it's on the other side at the moment. Now tell me, Mr. Nichols, where have you been today?
We've been on the Chester tramway. It's been a wonderful day. We went further than we did a few weeks ago, and we found the old charcoal burners today, which I really wanted to see, and we did. We had lunch there.
Yes, I was really sceptical that they were charcoal burners, but after having seen them, there's no doubt that they are, and there's nothing else that they can be. The question then remains why they needed so much charcoal. And I think that's probably charcoal that's required to run the motor that powers the main crushing plant and separation plant that's actually up at the Chester mine proper. Why the charcoal plant is some distance from the actual township remains to be seen. Maybe there was a better supply of wood, maybe it was to do with the ground levels. Certainly it's quite a structure, and there's the opportunity to deliver large quantities of timber by rail to the top and to take away large quantities of charcoal once it's processed from the bottom. So who knows?
Well, that made my day, and I waited there, and then Morris went a little further. You went
some distance further, but not for any great avail, apart from finding a couple of wheels that were maybe off the tram, but probably could also have been off the haulage as well. So I'm not sure which they were. They were quite heavy wheels, and much too heavy, I thought, for the actual tramway.
It's been a very good day. We were virtually standing on the platform here.
Yeah. Just waiting for the train.
Yeah. Oh no, it's been a wonderful day. It's been good. Yeah.
No, on this very spot, I suppose, the children that came from Tulla to put on a musical performance at Chester, they were brought out on the little train to Farrell Siding. They sent up the main EBR line somehow to Chester Siding.
Just over there.
Which is just to our left here. And then they got here, and the mine manager, Mr.
Luke Williams,
sent the what was called the trolley, I think it was. Sent it down and loaded all the kids up, and there's quite a quantity of them apparently, and they went to Chester, and they sang in the hall and put on a great performance, and then they walked home via the up and down track that's too steep for us old blokes. Away they went.
Yeah, alright. Okay, it's been a very good day. Well worthwhile.
Yes.
Hopefully have some video.
A spectacular lunch, thank you.
What have we got there, Morris?
So I've collected this photo from somewhere that I can't recall as being from something at Farrell Siding. Here we are at Farrell Siding, and when you look at the background up here, it matches the hills in the distance. Fancy that. This little guy down here says Mountain Medical Union, which I think is on the 2-foot gauge line that is what we're more or less standing on at the moment, that would head off into Tulla back in the day. And no idea who those people are.